Today I would like to talk about how COVID-19, aka the coronavirus, is having an effect on branding globally and how businesses are reacting to this. Some bad but mostly good examples of how companies are adapting their strategies during this global pandemic to suit themselves and not necessarily suit others. So take my hand and come with me as we dive into my deep design pocket and discover more about the good, the bad and the ugly of branding during lockdown. While sitting in my oxygen tent, I occasionally lift the helmet of my hazmat suit to allow my jaw to drop to the floor in amazement at the way that the world is reacting to COVID-19. Whether it is Donald Trump's continuous use of the xenophobic phrase Chinese virus, or scammers doorstepping the elderly with the promise of a COVID-19 test, it occurs to me that a light touch and a razor-sharp awareness of potential opportunists has never been needed more than right now. Large global brands are also beginning to tackle this new world of isolation, and to be honest, I am not entirely sure how I feel about this. During these times where it is important to maintain social distancing, brands are jumping on the Brandwagon to confirm to the world that they are indeed listening and understanding the needs of the consumer. But why? McDonald's, Audi and Volkswagen, to name a few, have recently updated their identities, temporarily of course, on a variety of websites and publications in an attempt to comment on the current social distancing status, where we are encouraged to stay 6 feet away from each other to prevent the disease from spreading. They are doing this while also saying, hey, look at us! We are aware of the pandemic and we only went and did a tweak to the old logo. Look at how clever we are. Buy burgers. This brand adapting is not uncommon as, when they're allowed to, creatives will often leap onto the chance to push the identity of a company in an interesting way. And let's face it, these are clearly smart ideas. The idea that the connected McDonald's arches that everyone knows and loves so well are suddenly divided. The Audi logo separates their iconic rings while also hitting home with the driving term keep distance. The VW logo disconnects the V and W and thanks everyone with a reinforced positive message. These are fun and creative branding solutions, but unfortunately they feel inherently negative in my opinion. I guess my questions are they ethical considering the state that the world currently finds itself in? Should big brands be raising their profiles during a time when many people are scared to step out of their door, let alone take their cars to the drive-thru? This is an incredibly delicate and serious place that we find ourselves in, and are these brands helping to diminish the severity of this pandemic? I say, yes, they are. They are using the current climate to push awareness of their brand superficially while ignoring what matters, which is that feeling of coming together, being there for everyone, and taking care and not advantage of one another. Arthur C. Clarke once said, "Judge me by my deeds, though they are few, rather than my words, though they are many." Obviously, old Arthur is talking about his actions being more important than anything he could say. The relationship with this to positive branding during COVID-19 is best displayed in action. Don't show off your brand. Turn its hand to something useful. Repurpose those Mackie D drive-thrus into testing points. Start building ventilators in your factories instead of air conditioners, and don't bang on about it. We know you're great. Get it done and show the world that we are truly united. We need funds and supplies and not tone-deaf rebranding. Clothing brand Zara recently converted its factories to start creating cotton face masks and protective clothing on a massive scale to help keep frontline workers safe. Audible stepped up and made all of its online kids books free for families globally while the schools are closed. Google launched an educational site for users to get quick access to advisory information. Louis Vuitton are now making hand sanitizer for local charities, health authorities and communities in need. Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Giorgio Armani and Bulgari have all donated massive amounts of money for ICU units and research equipment. The Leon restaurant chain is delivering free hot meals to NHS critical care staff. Carlsberg donated over 11 million towards research, and football clubs such as Chelsea and Liverpool FC have opened their hotels to NHS staff and launched emergency food banks. The list goes on, and these businesses should be proud of themselves. Suddenly it feels like it's not about money anymore, it's all about caring. These and many other brands are going above and beyond to get everybody through this. And will they get coverage and praise? Yes, of course they will. I mean, I'm talking about them here, but this is part of the positive branding byproduct and not a targeted opportunistic campaign. Your brand shouldn't be about profiling this hour of need. It is about doing the right thing at the most critical time, and that is a brand strategy that cannot fail. People often say to me, "Jay, how do you know so much about branding?" And I say, well, I don't. I just look at the internet buffet, I pick out the tastiest morsels and then spit them out while pretending that they're all my own ideas. We are living in a time when we should be being healthy and thinking about each other. And this COVID-19 is here to stay for a while, and with big brands trying to cash in and take advantage at a time like this, well, it's just bang out of order. But for now, as always, be good, Stay safe and be kind to one another.